Well, you know, I originally wasn't planning on coming back to college and just getting through the GED, but through perseverance and through the discovery that video editing is really fun and a career path I'm glad to have looked into, I persevered and got over my reluctance to go back.
What happens when you think you're going to fail and you actually succeed?
Mostly I feel relieved. There's that's pretty much all it is. I feel relieved. The anxiety might be there, but it's a relief to succeed in the end. If not, it's a learning experience.
Why is creative expression important to you?
Creative expression is a medium through which we can help understand each other through communicating our ideas and our thoughts through a medium, in this case film.
Give an example of an obstacle that you experienced. How did you overcome the obstacle?
I initially started a very low-paying job which had many hours, which then became a low-paying job with fewer hours, but at a closer location. I still haven't gotten those hours back, but I was able to improve my performance so much that now I make more than I did before.
List the things that you bring to the table that define your uniqueness.
I bring an outside perspective from someone who has struggled financially and with education. And let's see what else I have. I'd like to think that I have a unique editing style, though I would be glad to be proven wrong. And most of all, I bring enthusiasm and perseverance to whatever task is needed.
What editing program do you use and which do you prefer?
I use Adobe Premiere and After Effects. I prefer to use either of them, though I can also use Final Cut Pro in a pinch.
What editing techniques have you learned?
I have learned the art of the J-cut, and I've learned to avoid sloppy editing mistakes like jump cuts and mismatching room tone.
Could you give me an example of time management you have to do?
Well, it can be a 30-minute to an hour commute down here, though I don't live too far away. It's mostly because I have to rely on public transportation. And so I make certain to get here early, to have everything ready beforehand that morning, and to give it my best shot.
How does your creativity manifest in your work?
It's a good question. I would say mine. I have some slightly eclectic tastes in my sound editing and transition choices.
Could you explain that a little?
That I will usually find ways to tweak stock sounds on hand and stock footage to make it fit into the flow in a way that is I hope surprising, but not jarring to the viewer.
How do you feel about working with others?
I am perfectly fine to work with others, and I will make my best effort to get along with them.